Hey. It's your boy Lawrence Lane. And I got my bestie here, my best friend for the last 31 years. This is my wife, Regina Lane. She finally agreed to do a podcast. Listen, you guys don't know how shy this young lady is, but how talented she is as well. Baby, how are you doing today?
I'm doing good. Thank you for asking.
Great. Okay, that's better. Yeah. All right, so what we want to do, because the political season is over, we want to talk about some things that are dear to our heart. Plus, I talk with a lot of different people, and I want to discuss some of the things that I have been discussing with some of my friends and some of my associates and just people I meet in general. And one thing that comes up is relationships, and that's what my wife and I were going to discuss today. Like I said, my wife and I have been married for 31 years. We have 3 kids, 27, 30, and I have a daughter, 40ish. She said, but not tell her age, so we're gonna get into all of that, okay? But one of the things is, in this day and time, it's very difficult to maintain a relationship with things being what they are, individuals working, okay? Money is always an issue, because we just want to discuss some things. Now, what we're going to do eventually, we can do it the next time we have this, because this is what I'm going to do. I'll be doing relationship minutes. Okay, I'm not going to keep you long. I think, maybe 10 or 15 minutes, depending on the conversation. And we're going to have call-ins, but this is the introduction to it. And it's just pretty much relationships. My wife and I, we used to do this on radio. Thank God that this is another venue. What do you think, baby? You like this part, or you like the radio? You like when you're not singing? Which one do you think is the more appropriate for your taste?
Well, like you said, I'm not a talkative person, but I don't mind talking. I just don't like to be on camera.
You don't like to be on camera, but you're beautiful. Isn't she beautiful? Okay, so one of the issues that I noticed in our marriage when we first had started was the first 5 years of our marriage was kind of difficult. Would you say that?
Absolutely. It was one we were still not quite sure of what we wanted to bring to the marriage. And I think we were just still filling each other out, just still learning each other.
Well, I want to ask you this. How much of a role did your in-laws play in anything that we went through?
They weren't very instrumental in anything, because in our relationship, it was, don't tell me what you want me to do, ask me. And so you kind of laid the foundation for that, so that there won't be any issues, people, in-laws being demanding, I would say.
Okay, and one of the things that I have to say, we kept God first in everything that we did. It was always because of we know how important it is to have God to be the center of your relationship. And I think a lot of us, we take that for granted. We really don't understand that without the Lord, nothing is possible. And that's just my opinion. I'm sure there's other opinions out there. But what were some of the issues that you felt, and just speak openly, baby, what were some of the things that you were most concerned about when we first had gotten married that you felt that I needed to adjust to or learn?
That I felt you need to learn? Or
yes, me. I'm talking about me now.
Patience. I think you were, at that time, very impatient. And that's a learning curve for any of us. Like, I think that was one of the major obstacles that I felt that would either hinder our relationship or move our relationship forward, depending on how it changed.
I would have to agree with you. But did I listen to you with your opinion, and did I take the time to try to hear you?
Oh yeah, without a doubt. I think that's a part of the reason why we are now 30 plus years into our marriage is because there were changes on both of our parts.
Yeah, I agree. So what I would like to say, and you can, jump in where you like. It's very important that couples listen to each other, and a lot of times, men, we tend to feel that if a woman expresses her opinion about what she would like to do, or if we really, if the woman is the stronger one in certain areas, we feel like that takes away from our manhood, and actually, it should not at all. I think that in our marriage, like, I'll be honest, this is my second marriage. Okay, and so the first marriage, I learned a little bit. Okay, so you know, what are you smiling for?
Because you smiling.
So I learned a little bit. The first marriage got me prepared for this marriage right here, and that's something that I'm thankful for. And to tell you the truth, I wasn't married. I wasn't ready to be married the first time. The first marriage, I wasn't ready to be married. I did not know a lot because coming right from my mom's house, and usually it's very difficult for a male sometimes if he has a close relationship with his mother to not bring that type of relationship, that type of attitude into the marriage when you get married. I think that's what I did the first time. And my mother and I was close to my mom. I think I was definitely a mama's boy because I never knew my dad. So that was something there that, you know, uh, may have been a problem. But our marriage is kind of, you know, we get in where we fit in. We don't have.
Yeah, we don't have traditional roles, and that's what makes our marriage unique.
Could you elaborate on that for me, please?
Well, I mean, in terms of like, I don't like to cook. You enjoy cooking, so um, I'm not expected to prepare meals or things like. If I choose to cook something, that's fine. But because you enjoy cooking it, you take on that role, and then I clean up. So I enjoy cleaning. I enjoy, keeping the kitchen clean after you've used all of the utensils and
There you
pots
go.
and pans. So it just works well for us, and I think that's what's important is that you have to find out what works for your relationship. You don't have to depend on the standards that everyone has placed on what marriage should look like or shouldn't look like, but whatever works for your relationship. And then not tell everybody all your business.
Mm.
What you and your husband deal with is just that. And sometimes allowing other family or friends to get so immersed in the relationship creates even more of a problem. So
Mm. What do you think some of our biggest challenges were during these 32 years that we've been married?
our kids.
We're not going to elaborate too much on that, okay? But anything else? So you think that was pretty much the one thing that created a problem? You would say?
Like I said, I think, just being able to recognize that you're not always right about everything, and it doesn't always have to be the way you think it should be, or the fact that the other person doesn't bring something to it or a different perspective, something that you can look at from a different angle and say, you know what, it's not the way I'm normally doing things, but I appreciate this way. Um, I'll go with it. If it's not hurting the relationship, it's building, you know, then there's always options for flexibility.
Mm. Okay, that's good. So I want to veer off into something else because in order to become a better person, you know, when you love someone, you want to be the best person that you can be for that person. And I know I truly love you. I think I try to express that as much as I can during our relationship. But I want to ask you this, and and speak openly, okay? Okay. Uh, how can I improve our relationship from this point to make it better going forward so that we can have another 32 years?
I think just continuing to evolve as you have always done, in terms of not allowing us to get pigeonholed into one thing or another. I love the fact that we have been immersed in different opportunities as far as entrepreneurship. Just not settling, but always evolving. And that's what I think we do well.
I'm just going to throw this out here. Do I motivate you in some of the things that you want to do? Because I think a lot of people, they misinterpret our relationship based on our personalities. You seem like you're quiet, or you are quiet, but they don't know use it. Don't put you in a box because you coming out. But would you say that I'm controlling it all?
Absolutely not. But I do allow myself to get comfortable in the fact that I allow you to in many instances, lead. And I don't have a problem with that. Whereas, like you said, some people may see that as being the dictator in the relationship. That's not what it is. There's always a yin and a yang, or there's always a dynamic that somebody has to take the lead. And oftentimes we both may agree on the same thing. You just may be more vocal about it as opposed to me being the vocal.
Or even I recognize it a little sooner than you would. Would you say that's it? And then what I would do, I would talk to you. I wouldn't demand that you think. Do you think I take enough time to explain to you why that decision is made? Do you think I do it that way? Is that something that you would agree with?
Well, for us, there's a lot of different dynamics. One, a little older than I am, so you've experienced more things than I probably have, and so all of those things have to be taken into consideration. But there's definitely no forcefulness behind making me decide to do something or not to do it.
I usually come to you and I value your opinion. Okay, usually before I make a move, I always run that through.
Yeah, I agree, for sure.
So would you say I listen to you?
Absolutely, absolutely. That's, it's a blessing for me, or for us, I think, because we are not only married, but it's a blessing to have someone that you've been married to for so long and still consider that person to be your best friend, someone that you could
ditto,
that you could express yourself in any capacity, about anything. Your good days, your bad days. So yeah, we have a different dynamic also.
Now we have been through some challenges. Okay, both of us are cancer survivors. Okay, I don't know if a lot of you know that, but my wife and I, we both went through it, and actually, it was crazy, almost during the same time. Okay, that's something that is very challenging in relationships. We've been through a lot. So listen, what we're going to do, we're not going to hold you long. What we want to do, we want to build this up to having you be comfortable enough to sometimes maybe even call in and discuss some of these things. So what we're going to do, if I can get her at least once a week to participate into this, we want to start just little, we're going to call these relationship cookies, just little small bites. And then what we're going to do, we're going to back up. We're not going to just stretch this out. And we're going to talk about some things and open up about some personal things. And we want you to respond. What do you think about that? Will you help me with this, maybe? All right. Well, again, enjoy your weekend that's coming up.
Yeah, happy Veterans Day to all veterans.
Is it Veterans Day already?
Tomorrow.
Oh, that's right. It is Veterans Day. That's right. Hey, thank you all you veterans. Thank you for your service. And we're not going to keep you long. This is Regina Lane. I'm Lawrence Lane. And this is Relationship Bites. I like that name. What do you think, baby?
Relationship bites.
Yeah.
We definitely.
Oh, you got something else that you were like, what do you,
That's cool.
you like that? Yeah. Okay, so we're just going to talk about that now. The next time I come on, I'm going to have, I'll have phones. I'm going to hook up some phone services so that you can call in. And please try to participate in this. We're going to see if we can start a topic here and just, just discuss some things openly and see what happens here. We're going to talk about some issues in general with kids and different things, but we're going to go there. But this has been Lawrence Lang, and listen, it's just our opinion, okay? You guys have a good one, okay?
Worldwide.